Yeah, so background about me is my name is Tom. Today I'm going to share stories with you of what I experienced during my NS days lah, and some other experience which I have experienced but I cannot relate or understand to date.
Is anyone here? What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Okay, so I enlisted in 2014. I enlisted in Tekong, and you know, like before I enlisted in Tekong, people like say like, "Hey, Tekong is a dirty place. There's supernatural things going on." But I always like brush it off like, NS only like 6 months BMT. After that, I will just POP then just never mind lah. So I was a very scientific person. I was a very logical person. Okay, you know every Tuesday we'll change like bed sheets in Tekong for hygiene purposes. Tuesday I changed bed sheet, and I remember on Wednesday I saw like a strand of hair lying beside me. Because you know when we wake up we have to tidy our bed. So I found this long strand of hair. The logic Tom said, "Aiya, this must be the hair from, you know, the auntie where they outsource and clean the bed sheet for us, all that, right?" I was like, "Wow, hey, got long hair leh." I told my buddy lah. Back then I didn't know my buddy had anything like religious, or I didn't know anything about him. I was a free thinker. I just told him like, "Hey, buddy, you see this long hair like, age, maybe from Chobu, you know." And I was like, you know, Tekong, all the army guys, or then you enlist already, boring, no girl. Then okay, then maybe from Chobu. Then I was making a joke out of it. Then my buddy very sternly told me that, "Hey, in Mandarin he just say like, this kind of thing don't play, 这种东西不要玩啊，最好你去把它 dispose 掉 ，go and dispose it, and maybe like whatever religion you believe in, go and do a prayer about it lah." Okay lor, I just dispose it, and I didn't pray or anything lah because I was a free thinker. Then second and third day, I keep seeing hair on my bed when I wake up. It got to a point where like, "Aiya, never mind lah, just don't think about it lah." Time goes past, I just like, screw it. Okay, then when our POP date was coming, passing out parade, my buddy was very tired one morning. At that stage, we were very close already. Like, we are like brothers already. So we are just saying, "Hey brother, you okay or not? You didn't sleep well yesterday, is it?" Then he asked me something like, "Hey bro, you didn't feel anything last night, right?" I said, "No leh, I was sound asleep leh. I took the bottom bunk, he took the top bunk." Okay. He felt the bunk bed was shaking, and he thought I was playing a fool lah. And he gave warning, saying that, "Hey, don't play already, buddy, don't play already. Tomorrow we have a long day, go and sleep." The bed continued shaking. He wanted to go and confront me, and he looked down the bed, and he saw a lady combing her hair beside me. And when he saw that, then he was like, "Oh shit!" Then he tried to go back and sleep. That was one of the story that, wow, till date when I hear him say that, right, I felt chills lah. Okay. So you know, in Tekong, right, recruits, I was in a leadership batch. We have different types of roles and appointments for the recruits to build their leadership roles lah and leadership qualities. Like for example, bunk IC, training IC and stuff like that. There was this particular week, where I was appointed as a section IC. So a section in charge, the roles and responsibility is, you are the first to wake up, you call your section mates up, wake up, all that, and you are the last one to leave the bunk. You are the one to ensure that the bunk is locked, the electrical, the lights, the fans, all that, all are turned off. That's your responsibility. There was this morning, I did my routine as a section IC lah. Everything was fine, and I did a head count of everyone leaving the bunk. So I would stand at the door, and count my section mates going out. My section has 15 people, so I should count 14 heads going out, right? Because I'm the 15th guy ma. Yeah, so I count 14. Okay, 14. Off the light, off the fan, lock the bunk. And just as I about to walk past, I looked into the window, and I saw someone wearing like ILBV, long 4, standing at the window at the far end of the bunk. I was like, wow, I was very tired. Honestly, I wasn't thinking straight that time. I wanted to shout like, "Hey, what are you doing? Faster come out lah." Just as I was about to go and unlock the door, right, my buddy from downstairs screamed, yelled at me and said like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing? Come down leh. You're the last guy already leh. Then I came to reality. First of all, we were falling in admin rig. For those viewers who don't know what admin rig is, it's basically your army t-shirt with your black color shorts. There's no way that I saw the guy in like long fall and wearing an ILBV. I knew that something was not right lah. Then I just went down, and my face was really very pale. And my buddy saw, and my buddy, who was a previous section IC, right, asked me in Mandarin, which also shook me lah. He asked me, bro, 你也是见到他啊? Then you also saw him ah? Then I was like, wow. So apparently from my buddy that he's not the only one to have seen this, I don't know what is it, maybe an apparition or this person lah. During field camp, it's one of the major events in a recruit life lah. I record correctly 7 days out in the field. On the second night, we were eating the combat ration out in the field. My buddy, out of nowhere, just say, hey, brother, tonight, if got nothing to do, just go and rest. Don't go and sleep. Try to sleep early. Then you know, like very tired already, like okay lah, whatever lah. Okay, I'll go and sleep. You know, the second night, we haven't dig our shell scrape yet, so we are sleeping in Basha tents. Basha tent is like the tents that the recruits set up themselves and then they sleep inside. So how it looks like is like that. The tent is like that, and there are 2 openings. I was actually hugging my rifle. Hugging my rifle, because you know sergeant will snoop your rifle, and if they snoop your rifle, next day you will get punished.
What's up, Sergeant? Sorry. You asked me to protect my rifle with my life. Sorry. You. Well done.
So I was hugging my rifle. Then I heard footsteps outside my tent. Then I thought it was sergeant coming to patrol. I said, okay lah, sergeant want to play, I play with sergeant lah. So I was gauging the footsteps, so it was getting nearer and nearer to my tent already. So I wanted to go to the opening and do a peekaboo on the sergeant. Just as I knew the footstep was outside my tent. My buddy was asleep already, mind you. So I said, never mind lah, just scare the sergeant. Then when I gauged the footstep was outside my tent, I picked my head and I was like, boo! Then there was no one. Then I was like, I was like, bro, don't play already, like, gotta sleep man, then don't play already. Okay, so normally, then I just went to lie down, and I placed my specs at my side, my left side. The next morning, I woke up. The first thing I wear is my specs ma. Yes. So I was touching my specs. My specs wasn't here. So maybe it moved around the tent lah. Cannot be outside the tent what. Then I was like searching the whole tent like, don't have. Then I tell my buddy, buddy, I don't have my specs now. I cannot see without my specs. Really, my degree is 100 plus, I cannot see. Then my buddy said, relax. Go outside and find. And indeed, it was outside of my tent, 1 to 2 meters outside of my tent. And my buddy told me, did you do anything funny yesterday? So I told him what happened lah. Then I said, no wonder lah, play some more lah. I told you to sleep, right? And he said, never mind, I'll tell you more after we go back to COI line, company line. Then I was like, wow, shit. So when we reached the company line, remember I told you the story that when we were eating dinner, my buddy told us to sleep earlier, right? So our sergeants actually barricaded the ops area with a raffia string. With the raffia string around the area lah, to say that, okay, all these are like the operation area, you cannot go outside of it. Okay, so he saw their kids sitting on the raffia string. He said that they were pointing at me. Then he said the very night where I did the peekaboo stunt, after I was sleeping already, so I was hugging my rifle like this. Then my buddy woke up around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. He saw me shaking, really trembling. Okay? Then he saw my body, right? Because I was sleeping straight like this, hugging my rifle. He saw my body move parallel, going outside of the tent. I wasn't like turning or, I was literally, my body was like this, going out of the tent. He said that he put his amulet on me lah. Then he said like, he did a prayer saying that my buddy is a nice guy, like he didn't do anything wrong, so don't disturb him. We are all trying to serve the country. So just don't disturb him lah, please lah, don't disturb him. That was one of the experiences that I had lah during field camp lah. Yeah. And till date, like I tell you, I cannot relate the footsteps that's outside my tent to my body saying that my body shifting out of the tent. And my specs, how do you explain my specs? I put it beside me, I remember very clearly.
The rational mind will say, as you're sleeping, you toss and turn.
Yeah, you toss and turn.
Swipe it lah.
Yeah, you swipe it. But the thing is, I'm hugging my rifle like that ma. I swipe, then I mean, it cannot fly like maybe 30 cm.
Yeah.
But 1 to 2 meters outside the tent, then like, bro, like need to throw already. Like, I cannot understand. I cannot explain. Each platoon is 1 level, and we are split into 4 sections. So each section take one room, and each room has around 15 people. So 3 a.m. my platoon is platoon 1, all sleeping already. Really all sleeping already, confirm. Simultaneously, all 4 sections woke up because they heard a bang on the cupboards. So the bang is like my section, bang, 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 bang. 4, 3, 2, 1. Simultaneously, we all woke up. Then we ran out of bunk. Then we like, hey, you heard the bang or not? Then they say, yeah lah, we heard lah. I thought you all play on it. Hey, crazy 3 a.m. bro, let's sleep already bro. And the weird thing is simultaneous. It's bang, 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 bang. Until section 1, which is the far end of the bunk, I was section 4. So both 1 and 4, we came out. And like, hey, it's impossible for someone to, go and play this kind of thing, like 4, 3, 2, 1. And we know that our company won't play on. Our platoon won't play. It was pretty scary. I couldn't explain this as well. The next experience is we went for firing, live firing. Okay, so there is a logical side to it, but the supernatural side will come later. So we went to firing, night firing, I remember. Night firing, we use South 21, there's a scope. The target has lights behind because you need to see the target ma. So there are light shining at the target at the back. Orange light, I remember. Okay, so I was proning down, I was going to shoot already. I saw this figure, this black color shadow. Then I thought, shadow lah, maybe the shadow of the silhouette of the target, maybe. We had around 5 rounds to fire, 5 rounds magazine to fire. When the sergeant, those command, own time, own target, carry on, okay? Then I put to fire, then I just fire. Then I couldn't press the trigger, and I shot. I pressed the trigger, but then nothing came out.
IA.
Yes, exactly, IA, exactly. Then what is the first thing you do? Safe tilt check.
Yeah.
Safe tilt check, you see is it like half feeding, double feeding, or no feeding. So it was no feeding. Okay, so for those viewers, double feeding, it means that the rounds, there are 2 rounds coming out and you need to take out the rounds and you need to do the reloading. But no feeding means that no rounds will fit to the gun. Okay, so the right way is you tap your magazine and you cock. And then you try again. Okay, so era fire already what? Left me. So I was, okay, I safe tilt check, then I say ready to fire already. Then on time on target, carry on. IA again. So this time, my sergeant was like, hey, bro, you sure your gun okay or not? Like, you sure what you did was correct or not? We even took out the magazine to rearrange the ammos. Yeah, because sometimes when you put in the ammo, it might not be aligned correctly, then it can't fit to the gun properly ma. Okay, I took out the ammo, I realign again, I feed the ammo again, the magazine, all that. I plug it in. Then I say, okay, ready, sergeant. Then he said, okay, on time, on target, carry on. Still no feeding. Then somehow this feeling came to me. This feeling just say sorry. In my heart lah, in my breath, I muttered a breath of like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just here for training. So if I offended you or what, just let me do this firing soon lah. Then I squeezed the trigger and the rounds went out. Okay, logically, it might be the magazine, but the weird thing is I got already. The rounds has been fed into the chamber based on logic. So the first time I fire should be able to fire. But why my rounds couldn't fire? And when after I said the prayer, the rounds fired. I didn't got again, mind you. Yeah. So to date, I also cannot explain. Then after that, I went to ask my sergeant. Hey sergeant, the range got any dirty things or not? Then I say, what dirty thing? Then he say like, I mean I told him lah, like, you know I know lah. You know what I'm referring to lah. So he said, okay, like what he heard from his seniors lah, back there in Tekong lah, when he was a recruit, that his sergeant also told him that there was this guy who went to the range, the same range as us. He saw a shadow, then he fired. The next thing he collapsed and there was foam coming out of his mouth. And they couldn't explain what happened. And that recruit was a perfectly healthy young man serving NS as well. And they couldn't explain what happened. And mind you, I didn't tell my sergeant that I saw the shadow also. I correlated these two stories together. Then I was like, okay, coincidence, but I can't really explain it still lah. Like I said, the logic me says that it might be a technical issue with the gun. But like I said, I caught one time already. It should fire the first time. But why did it fire after I said the prayer? Like why? So I don't know. Maybe it's a technical issue with the gun, or maybe it's really just something else that is. I went to the Navy afterwards. Okay, so I knew this batch boy. Yeah, and my batch boy, this batch boy of mine, different from my buddy, straight up told me, bro, I got third eye.
Okay.
Then I like, okay lor, whatever lah. Cause I knew my buddy in NS Tekong had third eye also. Then I was like, okay lor, whatever lah, I used to it already. Then we were already very close together. We go club together, go drink together, all that. Then we travel together. So there was this trip to KL. We go shopping, all that. Then we were going across the road. Okay, I was holding a shopping bag. I remembered very clearly. I bought for H&M. It was just a sweater, one sweater only, very light. So I was holding my left hand. We were waiting for the traffic light at the traffic junction to cross the road. My right hand went numb. So I thought it was, blood flow lah, don't care lah. Then my Navy bro lah, okay, he just kept quiet. We were talking like hili hala, you know. Then suddenly he like just very quiet like that. Then just keep looking down, like that, looking down like that. Like, this guy, I don't know what is happening lah. Back then the third eye thing didn't came to my mind, cause very natural. So we crossed the road. Then we reached home. Back then my hand was feeling fine. And my Navy bro asked me like, hey bro, just now do you felt a numbness to your right hand at a traffic light? Then I say, hey, how you know? Then I say, bro, you know that I can see stuff, right? I say, yeah, okay, sure. Then I knew it was coming already. Then he say, okay, so apparently there's this female soul was clinging onto your right hand. Then he thought that you were her boyfriend. Then I was like, what the hell? Like, okay. Then he said, but never mind, I can communicate with her. Then I like just tell her that, hey, this guy's a living person, he's my brother, like he's definitely not your long lost boyfriend. Okay, so please leave us alone. How did he knew that my right hand was numb at that very point of time? At that point of time, he knew my right hand was numb. He knew.
You see, you got to pick up angpao on the floor, cannot tiao ghost bride.
Yeah, then like I didn't. Then he asked me that, hey, you got pick up anything and you shouldn't pick up or not? Then I said no leh. I never like.
Did you see how the ghost look like? Chill or not?
The ghost chill and all that. I didn't ask lah. Later something might come and haunt me.
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.